day, everyone. How are you today? Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about business in the kingdom perspective. And you're joining us for the first time, you're welcome. And on this episode today, we'll be talking about why businesses fail or why you're struggling with that business to scale. So, if you're in that address, just fasten your seatbelt and ride with us. Woo! So there's a Google statistics that shows a global rating of many businesses that fail, and it shows that more than 20% of all businesses fail in their first 2 years of operation. Um, about 45% fail in their first 5 years of operation, and 65% fail in their 10% and 10 years of operation, and just only 25% make it to the first 15 years of operation. And these figures are very, very alarming, and it's important that we also deep um, to the root of this, and what are the root causes of all this, and how can you also avoid that in your own business. And also, if you're already there, how can you navigate your way outside. you know um I've seen how quite a number of CEO, and when they start up business, all they just think is the reason for not scaling is just, I need marketing, I need different lead method, and you know they're just looking for means to just bring in lead into the system, and it's part of it, but most of the time that is just one of the problem, not major root causes of all this problem. And I took my time before this episode to properly study businesses that I've been part of, that I've seen, and also international organizations that have, come up, and after a while they fizzle away, to properly check the trend. What were not they not doing, and what are they doing that is not making them to scale, or that is making them to fail. You might think it's just figures, but it's alarming to me. Recently, I had some business conversation with some of our foreign colleagues, and at a sitting, many more than top businesses that in the last 5 years were at the top of their game were up for sales. Not land, machinery, and quite a number of things were up for sale, to just because they're not generating enough profit to keep themselves in business. And it's one of the things that drive me, that this needs to be talked about, because definitely, if big corporations of that magnitude can be folding out, what is the fate of small business owners that are still even trying to get their foot in the water? So by the end of this video, we are going to check critical things and deep stuff. So this is not surface stuff at all. We are digging deep into the issue. So are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? If you're ready, you can drop it in the comment section and say you are ready. I'm ready. So firstly, just note it down. There are 4 S that is stopping your business from scaling. There are 4 S that is stopping your business from scaling. There are 4 S that is stopping your business from scaling. Have the structure. So we've seen how business have little or no structure. This is one of the key things that make business fizzle out. We have so let me take it after step after the order. So we discussed about structure. Our father in the Lord, uh, Bishop David Oyedepo, postulate an economic theory that has been widely acceptable by uh, pros in the field, and it goes that you don't grow big to manage well, you manage well to grow big. And this is a trap that has killed a lot of business. You just start, oh, let's just still do it. When we get big, we do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. When we go bigger, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. You don't grow big to plan well, you plan well to grow big. There's an adage in my place that a child that will grow to be sharp from his young age, you already seen in her that, or him that is showing those sharpness. You get it? So when we talk about structure plan start from planning. And I discovered that quite a number of businesses, they don't really plan to go far. They just come in with a surface. Even the Bible says in the God says in the word that who want to build a house and does not first sit down and count the cost, so that he will not start and get to the foundation level and does not have enough fund to finish it. And people will say, who will laugh at him because he was able to start but could not finish. So for all of us that are kingdom minded, we, because even our God, God we serve is a finisher. So we don't want to start anything that we can't finish. Is a God that plans the end from the beginning. So after planning the end, he now come from the edge to start in the beginning. So you don't want to start any business without putting proper planning into it and properly taking into consideration all what it has to. So still under structure, this two under structure, you see quite a number of business. I don't call them business. They, just there's you see the lack departmentalization of activities. So I made mention in our subsequent video that all of us are in we're in business. So either you're in service business or you're in product business. So you see a well structured business, you have some critical department functioning, some key critical departments at minimum level, at minimum level, core critical. So you want to look at the production department, you want to look at the marketing and sales department, you want to look at the delivery department, you want to look at the administrative department, you want to look at the, so this key four department that you don't want to joke with it. I know it's understandable at the early stage of a business. It might be hard for you to get all these key department running, but there have to be like a skeletal structure. Even one key thing that I've get to know since that has hit me deeply since 2023 is if you want to run a successful business, you have to learn how to leverage. You have to learn how to leverage. Business is supposed to be what should give you back your time. The essence of money is to get back time, not to. So we've seen a lot of business owner, so called, CEO is now a very common language that is used by everybody now. Everybody just go to their Instagram story, CEO this, CEO that, and it's so funny because at the end of the day, you want to wonder why you CEO over, why are you a CEO? But what am I really saying is there are core department that has to run for a business to function well. You don't need an accountant to be accountable. At minimum level, you might not be able to get an accountant, but you should be accountable. There have to be a structure in your way of doing your things. You might want to. So when we get to the um, other S, I will dig deep into the other part of it. And you know, um, many people, many entrepreneur are not entrepreneur. They are solopreneur. Only me, digital marketer, only me, graphic designer, only me, production, only me, delivery man, only me. It's might be good for a start, but you have to have this in your skeleton, and you don't grow to that. You don't hold to go big to get to that level, because if you want to run it that way, there will be no day that you are going to grow big. And I'm not asking you to go and step up your staffing, get all the, but at minimal level, you have to have people that handle production. You have to have a section, maybe you want to contract it out, section that handle the marketing and sales. You want to make sure that you have someone that coordinate the administration part of the business. You have to make sure that there's someone that these are key part of business that you see quite a number of business lack. You even see it big, but when you get inside, you see that there's no structure that coordinate the effective flow of those things. Structure creates flow. Note that. Structure creates flow. Structure creates flow. You can drop that in the comment section. Structure creates flow. And I will also want to recommend this movie for you. Okay, I will drop the link, a download link of the video to you in the comment, in the description of this video. Is the history of BlackBerry, how they rise and they were overtook by Apple. And something struck me in that movie, how when these two guys started the business and they were trying to run things, and just doing it the normal solopreneur, just get the number of guys, and they were just doing it. And at the point they met someone that they brought in as their co-CEO, and immediately, well, this guy came on board. The first thing he set in place was structure. The first thing he set in place was structure. Nothing really changing what they have been doing before, but you see, there was flow, and you see how their business rise, and before you know, they were booming, striking deals that explode, and even get to see they could not even handle what was coming in. I will recommend the movie for you. You want to check it out because it's going to help you for someone that want to run global business, that you want to make it strive. There's no how you can't scale as a solopreneur. You can't scale. You have to look at create, because people run business like shop. So there's difference between you're running a shop and you're running a business. It's a different thing. Maybe you just have a IG store and you just sell something online. Even with that, if you put structure in it, that business can grow to something very big. But if you just want to run it like shop, okay, just me send your DM, sell, you know, that is not organization. A real business, you have an organization structure that you have to follow strictly. So I will also want to go to staffing. So staffing, after structure, you have to go to staffing. I see quite a number of business fail because little or no staffing. Many business fail because little or no staffing, and you want to ask. Um, so we'll talk about the key department in the under structure. You see business loans. So okay, what is coming in cannot cater for the overhead of so, and if you're running a business and when you are not being sham, you should not be keeping a staff overhead that your profit cannot cater for. That is not wise. That is not wise at all. Unless you are being sham from home, you should not run that kind of business. So, but you want to make sure, so there are strategical ways in which and still be in business. You don't have to get all your staff on full contract employment. You can get people on part-time basis. You can get people on contract basis. Freelance, you can even contract some part of the business out. In 21st century style of business, not there's no one man fit it all. You might want to just live. How do you think Apple is just in the business of branding and pushing out the product. Quite a low number of things that make up your iPhone, none of it is Apple into the designing. They have companies that design the IC. They have separate organization that does not have anything to do with Apple. I even design integrated circuit for other brands. They have companies that assemble everything together. They have companies that make the accessory. All Apple just do is package and tell the name and the brand, the story behind it of Steve Jobs, the branding part. So you don't have to be the author and finisher of your product, the alpha and omega. You understand? There are quite a number of part of business that you can segment and put out. You don't have the essence of creating business is bringing value to the table and solving a problem for people. And if that's your core goal, you shouldn't be. I've seen quite a number of business people being overwhelmed with their skill. If you're in business, you're in the business of business, not in the business. So you see someone in, let's say, beauty. Maybe you have a beauty spa, and what they're just so engulfed about is the skill. Is important. The skill is important, but you are not in the business of the skill. We are in the business of it. That is what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. So you see, people run organization. You are not just in the business of making people's hair, making people's beautiful. There's quite a number of things that goes around that business that if you don't put in place, that business won't work and you will get overwhelmed. Your time won't have it. You will just be overwhelmed about the business and you complain, complain, complain. And you know, the you can't grow beyond your business can go beyond you and your staff. So your team is very important. Any business that want to strive and want to make a mark in the global stage, you have to be very, 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 um, very, very concerned about who comes in into your team because an organization very hard to build, easy to scatter, especially when there is not proper structure in it. So you have to be very sure of you're getting on board in the organization. Um, so when you have critically identify number of staff by your structure, like you can accommodate within the confide of your profit, because the whole essence of business is to make profit. You have to be sure of who you're bringing on board. There are key things you have to look out for in whenever you're bringing people on board into your business. And part of this is firstly the skill. You want to make sure that everybody you're bringing in on board, this is not being emotional. This is not being it's my brother, it's my sister from home. Those one you can do it when you have your own family business. But if you want to build business that will strive, you have to put that aside and go for the best head out there. You want to go for the best head out there, people that could get the job done for you. Not, what I've noticed over the years is when people employed and they get employed into position or offices that they don't have the skill set for, they shift from, because there's politics in business. I get to know this not quite long ago that really, really, really there's real politics in business. You might want to read biography of some of these successful people. I would recommend you check for Big Gate first. There's real politics in business, and if you check all business owners that have dominated for a while, top richest people out there, read their biography, you see there's real politics in business. Once you get people that are not qualified for a job, you see immediately they get there, they fight for their survival, they shift from politics and to you I know you get it already. So aside from the skill set, making sure that they are good at what you need them for, you have to make sure that they have a good heart. You don't want to get someone without integrity into your business. Someone with good skill set and does not have integrity is nothing. So you want to be sure. So there are ways in which you can test that. So might get them on board, but put them on probation for a time, so they are not fully employed. So this time is just for checking time, and you have to make sure you're up your discernment game also during this time to carefully watch them and be sure that who you're bringing on board is someone that you can trust, and also someone that you can also, it doesn't matter the position they are in. Once they are in, is as strong as it's weak.